So I'm going to explain why you need to start timing yourself and how to use that time effectively. So you're given a ton of information. You're given information coming left, coming right, up, down. You need to do a little bit of triage sometimes. You have to keep track of how long you're spending on certain topics, like say for small group or other topics, and limit yourself. It's a strange feeling to not go in as deep of detail that you'd like, but you need to make sure that you cover everything. And if you're spending too much time on one thing, then you're gonna run out of time on something else. Now for me, I like to go into crazy detail. So if I felt like I didn't go into the detail that I needed to fully understand the topic, I'd save it for the weekend. I'd go through as much as I could through the week, and then if there was things that I felt like I need to study a little harder, I'd do it on the weekend. That's just what I do. Now for the actual timing of your studies, you really should be shooting for over an hour, anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours. Fantastic. Great amount of time to be studying. You should be doing this in one shot, and that means setting up your space where there's zero distractions. Put yourself into a good study space that's quiet, where you have no distractions. Get your phone out of there. Just get it out of there. and really like commit to when you sit down, you're gonna stick it out. You watch that clock, okay? Just think, I'm going to hit 2 hours. You gotta tell yourself that. And then once you're done, you get this awesome break. You can do whatever you want. For me, sometimes I'd like to go play disc golf or go for a walk or ride my one wheel, whatever. I got to do whatever I wanted if I had made it through that 2 hour block. If I didn't, I would feel shitty and anxiety would set in because I didn't do what I wanted to do. Now it's crucial to time yourself and know how many hours a day you're actually studying. For me, I was trying to shoot for 7 to 8 hours, sometimes 10 if I was behind. But I would try to successfully hit, let's say 8 hours with 2 hour blocks. I think that is the optimal time for study, and write it down. See how many total hours you're hitting in a day. Now, I found that 3 hours was a little too much. Yeah, it was great. I just did 3 hours, but I was wrecked. Like when you're trying to get back into a study groove after doing 3 hours, it takes at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to recover from something like that. You know, you gotta eat, you gotta like move your body because you're so like just tight. And what I found is it was hard mentally to get back in the groove because I was like, I don't want to go back in there. I don't want to study again. Timing yourself for quiz questions is crucial. You need to get your timing. You don't want to run out of time on an exam. That is like the worst situation because you may be a really smart person, but you ran out of time. So for example, the STEP exam, you get an average of 72 seconds per question. So 20 questions is 24 minutes. So if you're gonna do 20 questions, set the timer for 24 minutes and try to do all 20 questions before the timer runs out. That's it. And in doing this, when you get into the exam, you're gonna be so mentally prepared. You're gonna know when you're spending too much time on any question, and you'll know in the back of your mind, okay, I'm spending too much time, I need to move forward. So that you don't even have to look at the timer. That's the best situation. You just know that you're spending too much time, move forward. Now this might be a little weird, but you also need to keep track of the time that it takes you to do the things that are outside of studying and outside of lectures, like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, working out, eating breakfast. How long do those things take? Personally, for me, I didn't realize that my breakfast took 45 minutes, but that was okay. That was time that I got to chill, I got to recover between study sessions. For working out, all my weight workouts were all timed. I had my rest time, I had my lifting time, I had everything timed out so I knew exactly how long my warm-up and everything would go. And it was good to be on a timer because then it also made me work a little harder. And then when I'd go for walks, I knew which blocks took what certain amount of time. I know one block takes me 45 minutes. I know another block takes me at least an hour. I know if I do a loop through this forest that's close by, it takes me about an hour 15. So you kind of have to be aware of how long those things take. So pull out your timer. Figure out how much time you're actually spending on everything. You'd be surprised how long messing around on your phone really takes. Especially before you get into medical school, be aware of how much time you're messing around and how long you take on certain things. All right, so I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best luck. Now go kick some butt.